What's good with y'all homies? Thunder's Rain here. Back at it again with another banger of a series, the Salty Runback. In the Salty Runback, we'll be taking a dive and looking at the highlights of major P+ tournaments. This time, I'll be covering a national called Mile High Club, a tournament that was extremely stacked with 23 PM ranked players in attendance. But let's not sleep on the 100 others who were also there, hungry for a win against some of the greatest. Sadly, there are not many videos of the sets I'll be talking about, so please bear with the filler footage. Besides all that, let's get into this video.
I gotta take a sip. I gotta take a sip. It's gotta go. There, the doctor wins. Undertow. And he.
Starting off, let's take a peek at what major upsets happened in pools. In winners quarters, PM ranked 47 Ande had to face against Slughugs, a Zelda main from Washington. Although Ande's Falcon is something to be wary about as it did beat Pikmon, PM ranked 15 in a set at Smash Camp, Slughugs walked away from that set with a 2-0 and a handshake over the Arizona Falcon. Nave, a longtime Zero-Suit player from Illinois, was seeded to play against Polaire, a prominent Marth from Colorado. Polaire is a very proficient gamer who plays Melee and Project Plus, but Nave put up to show everyone that he was nasty. Nave gave Polaire a decisive 2-0 and stayed true to his tag, Nasty Nave. Cloudburst vs Feint is a set we have already seen before in God of the Mod. These two went to last game of the first to 5 set, and the Slippery Turtle Cloudburst slid away with it. But it's just net play, right? There's no shot he could do it again in person. At Mile High Club, a repeat happened where Feint took Cloudburst to the last game of the set, but that bird got his flames put out again by a little squirt, 2-1. Sneeze is an old school Project M player that has been rocking the Rob since 2015. He is one of the best Robs of this decade. So when we saw that he was up against CP9, one of the few people who stayed repping Olimar back in 3.6, I thought this would be free. However, history tends to repeat itself as CP9 has beaten Sneeze before. This set was just another walk in the park as the Olimar main took the legendary Rob to the junkyard to cash in a spot in winner's side of top 32. After Feint got knocked into losers by Cloudburst, I thought we were going to see a loser side Feint bring the pain. But this bird was cooked into some Thanksgiving dinner after Polaire was done with him. It must have been God's plan to give this Marth a melee matchup he knows well, as Feint was swept away by the unwinnable matchup 2-0. All the upsets I have mentioned were just little ripples and pulls compared to the tidal wave that is coming. Nog is one of the greatest players who is PM ranked number 5 in 2022. He started off as just a Donkey Kong player, but showed everyone that he's more than just a one trick. His Ivysaur and Rob have proven to be a force to be reckoned with, as he has wins over some of the greatest like Tech Boy and Sosa. Although he has not been competing much this year, he pulled up to this tourney as one of the scariest competitors. Here comes Dr. Grin though, an old head of the community who has come back to competing last year after his adventures in Melee. Though he is known for playing Sheik, he has picked up Zero-Suit Samus to cover some annoying matchups. Dr. Grin may not have thought about it when he did pick up ZSS, but this character is one of the best decisions that he has made in his career of playing P+. Game 3 in pools. Last stock, last game. Dr. Grin clutches the set against Nog with a wall jump bear that caught him with his pants down. This was the most unexpected upset in pools of this tournament. Now let's get even higher at this tourney by looking at top 32, where there are 11 upsets compared to the 6 in pools. The first one is Cloudburst versus Motobug. You already know Cloudburst, one of the best Squirtle players and all that. Motobug though is a prominent figurehead in the P+ community, and not too bad of a player either, being PM ranked 28 with Sonic and Knuckles. These two are squaring up for the first time ever, and Motobug is the favorite to take it as they are a higher rank than Cloudburst. But seeing what this turtle did to that bird, what would happen to a hedgehog? Motobug put up a fight and took a game, but game 4 is where this best of 5 ended as Cloudburst walked away victorious to continue on his rampage. CP9, the OD Olimar player that took down Sneeze in pools, is in top 32 ready to make some more upsets. Let's not forget about the homie Polaire though, who's in the same boat making waves too. Both of these feisty competitors are gonna be throwing it back to see who's gonna be walking the plank. These two have played before at Highway Robbery number 8, and for some reason CP9 played Mario for that set. Both times went to game 5, and Polaire ended up swiping left for PM rank 42. Metroid, one of the most recognizable names in PM, who is known for his Ike and his balls to go for big plays, is up against Sneeze, the fierce Rob main, programmed to destroy everything in his path. At Invincible, these two have played each other and Sneeze walked away with that W, 3-2. Now again, these old heads duke it out to see which one of them has been caught aging like like spoiled milk. The player who aged like fine wine this time around was Metroid. The Ike main won the set 3-1 over Sneeze, and seemed like no matter how long he plays this game, he will lay down the law with his big sword. But wait, this blade is claiming another name to its list as Metroid takes PM rank 5, Nog out of bracket, with a 3-0. The homie must be fighting for his friends to earn these W's. I know we mentioned earlier Sneeze being upset by CP9 and Metroid, but the homie took out another monster down with him. Kais is the best Charizard player who has ever touched the game, besides Kiraflex, right? Jokes aside, Kais is mad good considering he was PM rank 10 in 2022, having wins over Sosa and Peak Nog. Now, have this Charizard main go up against anyone and he would definitely make them look silly, except Sneeze though, as the Rob main has beaten Kais before at game night with a 3-1. Different training but same results as Sneeze boost fared Kais into a 3-0 and ending his tournament run at 17th. Next, we are looking up at the skies as a shooting star is coming down to our Earth. Star is a Lucas player who has proven she is capable of shining bright like a diamond despite not being PM ranked. From my high club, she took down Lucario player we all know well, Fearless. The homie Fearless has something to fear as Star was all-in-one at this tournament. She cleaned Fearless up with a quick 3-0, and I'm not sure how she did it, but that set is something she will be remembering whenever she doubts herself as a player. Big Large is a big homie we all know well for his classic one-liners, hot takes, and his yellow Ike. Now here comes Nave after beating Polaire, feeling nasty about himself trying to take on the largest of bigs. Nave is just gonna squash Big Large as if he was little tiny, but nah, Big Large is gonna be doing work at Mile High Club. He took the Zero Suit Samus for a ride and came out on top of the set with a 3-2. Both of these players are not PM ranked, but considering Nave upset Polaire, who upset Ivane, Big Large was definitely the underdog who people did not expect to win. The Squirtle Man Cloudburst is back on here with another W, and this time over the Washington GOAT Pikmin. We did not see Pikmin play Game & Watch for a hot minute due to P+ changes, but certain matchups he did not like with Ike or Mewtwo made him bring back the 2D man. However, against Mr. PM ranked 38, Game & Watch was not enough to stop the turtle from making it to top 8. Cloudburst played it clean and won the set 3-1 with a clutch recovery to a DI mix-up and an Aqua Rest. DVD is one of the best players you have ever seen with Toon Link, and the fact that he is so good and talented, he showed everyone that he can do wonders with another character. DVD has been playing Sheik ever since he made his return to competing, and many would argue that it is better than Peak Malachi. The confirms and the smart fast play we know DVD for transfers over to Sheik beautifully, and if he suddenly runs into a matchup he doesn't like as Sheik, you already know that the tank is coming out. Now put DVD against Blue, the best Link period throughout PM history, and we have an ass-clenching set to watch. At the PM Theater, these two collided with each other for a Game 5 set, where DVD clutched it out. At Mile High Club though, Blue was getting cooked throughout the whole set, but he showed his courage to continue fighting back despite being down 2-0 in this first to 3. All Blue needs is one opening to take DVD stocks, and Blue brings his unwinnable set to Game 5. Against all odds, against himself, Blue reversed 3-0's DVD in one of the most exhilarating sets of this year. Sneeze knocked Kais out of bracket, but who put Kais into losers? Well, it was number 38 again, Cloudburst. The tear that this one Squirtle did was a massacre, as he did not waste any time showing us water beats fire. Cloudburst put out the Dragon's winner's run to a stop with a dirty 30. Mr. 38 definitely showed us why 38 is just a number, and his true skill is way up higher in the PM rank. All the sets he had with top level players, and he took them to Pound Town. This is the last time he will show up on this list, but just know this won't be the last we hear about the Squirtle main taking names. The Doctor is the #1 player of 2022 and the #1 Mario player in the world. He has earned his title of being the best through his rigorous grind over the years. Only very few people are able to take sets from him, like Tech Boy, Malachi, and DVD. But after this, we gotta plaster on one more name on that list, and it is Ron Gunshoe. The homie Ron Gunshoe is a premier P+ mark who loves to swing his sword around and dash dance you into submission. His grind and passion for P+ is really unmatched in this day and age. The Doctor and Ron Gunshoe have played before at the Encore 3 years ago, where it was a 3-0 sweep for Mr. PhD. After some studying and grinding though, Ron Gunshoe learned the ways of how to make this sword penetrate this Doctor. Winners Finals and Grand Finals is where these two scrapped, and both times, Ron Gunshoe came out on top 3-2. If there's someone who I think will be rising to the top 3 in PM rank, I'm putting my money on Ron Gunshoe, because he is him. And that's everything for this tournament. I hope y'all enjoyed it. My apologies for taking a minute making this video, as I was contemplating whether to make it since there's barely any footage for the sets I wanted to cover. Also, Street Fighter 6 may have taken some of my time too. The game is mad fun right now, and I hope you have tried it out for yourselves, as it is probably the best fighting game out right now. That's enough talking for me though. I hope y'all stay safe out there and take care.